Welcome to another installment of Outside the Ring.
Today's going to be a bit, I won't say different, but we're going to throw TNA a bone here today. We're actually going to talk TNA for once.
Throw me a freaking bone here. Yes, we are going to talk about TNA. You're in a car, aren't you?
Yes, I'm on my way home from work right now, so I apologize if any background noises get in there.
Work? You mean this isn't your job?
I wish it was.
Me too. I'm the one, the only Jason.
Hey!
Yeah! Murphy. By the way, I'm not the leader of Aces and Eights.
No.
Are you?
I don't know. Am I?
You are, Troy
No.
Stone Cold.
No, I don't think I am.
Austin.
I don't think I'm the leader of Aces and Eights. I don't even think TNA knows who the leader of Aces and Eights are.
Well, maybe find out next week. We might find out next week.
True. It seems like TNA is in a pickle like WWE was with the anonymous Raw GM. They just don't know who.
We're going to get to that. But first...
And then freaking they turn out to be Hornswoggle, and that just... Oh, God. No. I'm not even going to start on that.
Shameless plugs out of the way. Outside the Ring, #1 on Twitter. Outside the Ring on Facebook. And then email.
You paused there for a second.
I almost forgot.
Outside the Ring 316 at gmail.com.
Yes. And subscribe.
Subscribe. I can't even talk today.
Subscribe. So, last night, I thought... What did you think of Impact, first of all? Did you like the direction they're going?
I only caught, like, the last half hour of it.
Mm-hmm.
All I know... I saw that they uploaded some videos on YouTube, and apparently Al Snow and this,
yes.
I don't even remember his name.
Yes, the guy that wants a contract. He got a contract, yes.
Yeah, they're going to be wrestling at Bound for Glory, and honestly, it's good to see Al Snow back in the ring.
Yeah.
They got the Aces and Eights thing, and that's really all I can remember.
Austin Aries and Jeff Hardy.
No.
Kind of have another show. Are they going to turn Austin Aries heel?
I don't. He's good as a heel. That would be a smart move.
Yeah,
but
it seems like they're going to do it. I don't know. I'd like him a lot better than Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
So I'll be cheering hardcore. Well, I'll be cheering him on like crazy to keep the belt.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whether he's a heel, face, mixed, doesn't matter. I don't want to see Hardy with the belt.
No, because he might bring back that stupid Divas title-looking piece of crap.
Honestly, it probably will be a decent match to watch. I mean, I hope.
As long as Jeff doesn't show up high as a kite.
Yes, maybe it'll be all right.
God.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
That was a terrible quote-unquote match.
Yes. So, the big thing, Aces and Eights.
Big thing is Aces and Eights, who's behind it.
By the way...
Why are they attacking these people? What do they want?
By the way, if you were Hogan, wouldn't you have called the cops already?
Oh, I would have called the cops the first day.
They're holding a dude hostage. Did you see that they were tasering him last night and stuff?
Yeah, they've got Joseph Parks hostage, and I saw the episode of Impact where they actually took him hostage, and it was the episode where apparently he had the incriminating evidence that against Aces and Eights and all that. My question is, why didn't Hogan have security on Joseph Parks if he had something that's that valuable?
Let me ask you a better question. Hogan and Sting were going to go to the clubhouse, right?
Yeah.
And then they got kidnapped. Okay, so that makes sense. They, because they don't want to see. They blindfolded them, right? And they threw them in a van, and then that way they didn't know where they were when they woke up. Okay.
Yeah.
How was Hogan and Sting going to get there anyways? Before they got kidnapped. I mean, I know we're thinking outside the box, and I know it's professional wrestling, and I know everything in pro wrestling is...
And sometimes you just got to suspend disbelief and all that.
This is so darn funny to me. I'm like, hey, Sting, I got it on MapQuest, brother. I mean, what are you going to do?
I got MapQuest. Don't use Apple Maps, though. Freaking...
How are they going to get there, Troy?
Who knows? Who cares?
I mean, I honestly thought about it for like an hour. I was like, how are these guys going to get to the clubhouse? Hogan says, he's got invited. Well, that's great. Did they send you an invite? Like, hey, Hulk, by the way, coming to our clubhouse.
Did they send you MapQuest directions?
Because then when they were in the clubhouse, the guy said, well, Hogan, we had to kidnap you guys because we didn't want you to find out where we were at. How would he have known?
Really?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's all suspend all the belief. I mean, let's pretend that they actually had a clubhouse, whatever. Basically, a Bound for Glory. It's going to be...
Yeah, let's pretend that their clubhouse isn't the basement of the Impact Zone.
Thank you. The picnic area. Look. Okay. At Bound for Glory, we have Team Sting, or Team Hogan, I guess, against two of their guys.
Yeah.
Why is Sting in the match? I have no idea. He doesn't need to be in the match.
Who knows?
It should be like Hogan and just be at
More
ringside.
important, why is Bully Ray in the match? It was supposed to be Sting and Mr. Anderson.
But we find out that Mr.
Aces
Anderson
and
beat
Eights
down.
was,
He got jacked up.
He got checked up, fool.
I kind of agree with what you're about to say. You kind of have a little bit of basically the progress of this show is going to be trying to figure out who's behind this all.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good idea, and I kind of am starting to think where you're going. Go ahead and tell everybody.
Yeah, last night on Impact, again, I saw only like the last half hour, and at the end, Sting and Hogan are out there, and they're saying, "Oh, brother this, brother that." Who's gonna team up with the Stinger to take on Aces and Eights and all that. And then they say, "Oh, it's Mr. Anderson." His music hits, he doesn't come out.
Right.
They show backstage Aces and Eights has laid out Mr. Anderson.
Pretty much.
And Bully Ray comes down, begging and pleading, pretty much on bended knee, for him to be in this match.
Yep.
I know that I'm not the only one that thinks that's a little bit too convenient.
And he also kind of looks like some of the Aces and Eights members.
Yeah, and if you can't catch where I'm going with this, I'm saying that I believe Bully Ray is the leader of Aces and Eights.
Mm-hmm. Would you like that to be the case over a guy like Jeff Jarrett? I would say yes.
I would say no, because
no, you want Jeff?
No, I don't want Jeff. That's for damn sure. No, I say no because Bully Ray, the way he talks about himself, he doesn't need Aces and Eights. He's supposed to be the baddest guy in TNA. Blah blah blah, all this stuff. So why would he need a posse? Why would he need a biker gang?
That's a good point. It wouldn't make sense either. I see what you're saying, and at the same time, it wouldn't make sense for him to be the leader because he has been beat down by those guys before. Yeah,
well, yeah, but you think that you gotta do that
to make it look real.
To make it look like you're not the leader.
That's a good point.
And then then they pull the thing where they don't attack somebody like James Storm,
right?
And that's where Bobby Roode came out and said, they didn't attack you. You're the leader. That way, you put the blame on somebody else.
I did like that. I did like how they kept accusing. That was pretty good booking. How they kept accusing James Storm, and then every week it would kind of be weird, even though we all knew it wasn't him because it wasn't too obvious. It was still good storytelling. This now, here's the thing. It's coming to its conclusion. I think for the most part, it hasn't been a terrible storyline other than the fact...
No. It's probably the best storyline TNA's had in years.
Yes, I agree with you.
It is.
You know, it has its...
Starting,
it's not like Nexus.
No, it's starting to get a little drawn out, though.
That and the fact that the storytelling is kind of iffy, so like I mentioned before, the clubhouse. Here's the thing. We need a big payoff with this.
Yes.
We need a guy... we already kind of know who the other guys are.
Yeah, we know that Luke Gallows is one, Chris Masters is another.
I've heard rumors that it could be Hogan. I don't think Hogan's going to turn heel.
No.
That would be stupid.
No. Why would Hogan, number one, let them attack him and accost him and go after his daughter?
Yeah, that would be too much. I mean, come on.
Like you said, we need a big payoff. We don't need it to be Jeff godforsaken Jarrett.
There's another rumor that was going around. I don't know if you've heard this one. This one might make you want to even say you read this one. I don't think you'll like this one. Are you ready for it?
Oh boy, what?
Garrett Bischoff.
Garrett Bischoff?
Yes.
If that happens, I'm done with TNA. There's no point for that. I would even settle for Eric Bischoff, but Garrett, no.
What about if? God, this is a toughie. I mean, obviously we're pay somebody to just shock us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be somebody that's been there all along. Like
Jeff Jarrett. That's not a payoff.
That wouldn't make sense. Why would he sabotage his own company? To an extent, I mean, it is.
Who knows?
Granted, he has
TNA things. Who knows?
You know who? Honestly, there's a couple people I would think would be kind of cool. Whoever it is, let's put it this way, okay, Troy? Put it this way. How about we have Bully Ray turn on Sting?
Okay.
As an Aces and Eights member, not the leader.
Okay, I see. I think I see where you're going with this.
A member. And that's not going to be the main event. Obviously, the main event's going to be Austin Aries, Jeff Jarrett. Oh, God, not Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Hardy. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay.
You scared me there for a second.
So everybody's thinking automatically Bully Ray was behind Aces and Eights. End of the night, let's just say Austin Aries wins. Him and Jeff shake hands. Yeah. Probably going to happen, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll happen unless Aries has a heel turn, which I don't see happening.
I don't want Aries to be associated with these guys because he got beat down. I think he has his wrist broken by these guys. So that wouldn't make sense either.
Well, it was his leg.
Okay, it was his leg. You're right.
Yeah, because they were billing that one guy as the leg breaker.
That's right, the leg breaker.
Or whatever it was. I don't know.
Mortal Kombat. Anyhow. Jesus. Okay.
Finish him.
So, right. So this guy, Bully Ray comes out with Aces and Eights. They beat down both. Let's pretend Aries and Jeff Hardy are still faces. They shake hands.
Yeah.
Aces and Eights come down and beat both of these guys down. Then we see all the members come down, including Bully Ray.
All right.
At the end of the show, they all take a knee and look up towards the entranceway. Who comes down the entranceway? Biggest shocker in TNA history. I got two names I'm going to hit you with.
If one of them's King Mo, the next time I see you,
and it's not
King Mo.
No. It's not King Mo.
My God.
No.
Okay, that's another story. We'll do that some other time.
Two people I have in my mind that would be really big shockers. Nobody would see this coming. Nobody. Brooke Hogan or Dixie Carter. Now, I know this sounds a little crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, think about it. Brooke could have set this up perfectly. And Dixie would have been... This would have been payback against Hogan for when Hogan had that group of his own.
Yeah, when he had Immortal and he was running roughshod all over the company.
I know that sounds absolutely nuts.
Yes,
but it would be shocking.
I would
again,
almost believe Brooke Hogan, but why would Dixie Carter do that to her own company?
I don't know. It would make no sense. But it would be a shocker over people that we're thinking of.
Oh, yeah, it would be a definite
Put it this
shocker.
Way. Wouldn't you rather, as crazy and as almost stupid as it would be, wouldn't you rather see that over Garrett Bischoff?
Oh, God, any day of the friggin' week. Garrett Bischoff needs to just go away.
Because I think, Bully could be the main star of that group.
Yeah, he could be like the big enforcer or whatever.
Yes, exactly. He could be the guy going after Aries for the title.
Yeah.
But not the leader. Because they got to pay this off huge. We need a big payoff in this. Anything less than, that, in my opinion, would be a letdown for this.
Yeah,
group.
But knowing TNA, it's almost going to be Bully Ray or it's going to be Jeff Jarrett. I almost have a feel. I'm almost 100% on that. It's going to be one of those two.
I think it's going to be Bully Ray.
and I'm going to be severely pissed off.
Yeah. Me too. No, totally. Me too. I just... Because I look back at the attacks, and the way they could use Brooke would be perfect. How did Ace and Eights get right into Hulk Hogan's office? They said it was locked. The only one in there was Brooke.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, and if you go back and you know how they had threatened her, they never touched her, obviously.
Yeah, they never touched her, just like with James Storm.
Now...
But, of course, they wouldn't have touched her anyway. That's not...
No, because she's a woman, and obviously, yeah. But it would be a shocker. Nonetheless, it would be like, holy cow, I did not see that coming.
Oh, yeah.
God forbid we do that in wrestling anymore.
Yeah, God forbid there's a shocker anywhere
you can
in wrestling.
Watch Raw, right? Like, I knew the main event of Raw as soon as I saw Kane and Daniel Bryan out there with CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler. I already automatically knew, Troy, that it was going to be a tag match.
Oh, yeah, that's how I am,
jumping
too.
Up and down going, tag match, players.
Pretty much with WWE, if it happens if there's a match made in the first segment, it's the main event.
Yep. And you can almost tell, like, if there's two guys and then you hear the GM's music, you know it's going to be a one-on-one match later on that night.
Yep. Exactly.
It's so sad. It's like they just copy-paste.
Yeah, it's just copy-paste.
Yep.
That's all it is. Copy-paste and fill in a name here, fill in a name there. You might as well be playing a game of Mad Libs with WWE writing.
So please, TNA, make us proud. Do something.
Yeah, do something that will shock us. Do something that will make me want to watch that Impact after Bound for Glory.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying, because I guarantee you, if Dixie Carter turns to you, you might think it's the stupidest thing in the world. You might hate Dixie, but you're going to watch.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, what in the hell is going on in TNA?
TNA needs to do something that's going to pique my curiosity to the point where I will turn Borderlands 2 off to watch their show.
Right. Well, that said, shout out to 2K Games, by the way, because we just dropped Borderlands on you.
Borderlands 2 is I don't know if you played it yet. It is a phenomenal game. It
is. It is a great game. 2K Games make great games, by the way. 2K Sports. I by the way, this is a totally different rant for a totally different show. Justin Bieber is in the new NBA 2K13 basketball game. What's your thoughts on that, Troy Austin?
Why?
There you go. And that's a good way to watch it.
Unless there's a feature that lets you peg him in the head with a water bottle.
No, there's not. And believe it or not, this is going to make you even more upset, because I know you love Justin Bieber like you like Brodus Clay.
Oh, God. I'd rather have Brodus Clay than Justin Bieber.
He can actually dunk in the game, and he's actually higher rated. You know how they, in SmackDown, you have overalls. His overall is better than half of the NBA players.
Is he better than Kobe?
He blocked me when I was Kobe the other night.
What?
Yeah, so as much as I like 2K games, I have to think they were high on this one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Joey Styles saw. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
By the way, Outside the Ring with the #1 Twitter, Outside the Ring on Facebook, and our email.
OutsideTheRing316@gmail.com.
Please fill up our inbox with your thoughts on TNA, WWE, Borderlands, NBA.
Borderlands. What do you think about Justin Bieber being able to block Kobe Bryant?
Yes. I'm going to block. I don't even add Justin on. I don't even have Bieber on Twitter. I don't follow him.
God. No.
We don't follow him on the show. There's no way we're ever going to do that. His music sucks.
Yes.
That's a whole nother show. I'm the one, the only Jason.
Hey!
Not Bieber.
No.
Alongside the one, the only Stone Cold Troy.
Justin Bieber. I'm not even going to start. Austin. I'm going to start rambling.
That's right. Speaking of Monday show, we're going to be talking about your other favorite guy, Brodus Clay, like I mentioned. But good news referring to Brodus Clay.
And good, yeah.
You might like him a little bit more in the future.
Yeah, you'll never hear me say that a lot.
No, that's a tease.
Good news.
Right. Good news.
Brodus Clay. And
we're going to be happy to talk
about it. At that.
Yes. Until then.
That's what we call a cliffhanger.
Right. That's a good way to go out. Until then, we'll see you next week. Outside the Ring.
Deuces.